Hello everybody. We get to go first for a change. Testing out a new deck. And we're kind of following along with the theme, although I wasn't planning on it. But we've got a bunch of legendary creatures again. And we got a little bit of ward in the deck too. So I think the last video I just did was legendary ward deck. I wasn't planning to do another one like that. But I recently got my 4th copy of a certain card. And it has legendary and ward, so I couldn't resist. This is the card. Ratadrabic of Urborg. Ward 2, legendary zombie wizard. Put out the Celestis now. This was going to be a werewolf deck anyway, right? So we got the day-night trigger that we can trigger as well. And what do we want to put out first? Let's do Elesh Norn. And I think we use this as a regular land. And if they attack, it probably means they've got some sort of spell that will help them get rid of Elesh Norn. So we're probably not going to block. Really? It is indestructible, isn't it? Okay, they still lose a point of damage. I have Vigilance, so I can just go in and attack. Are they going to chump block with the Ridgewolf? They are. Let's bring down Realmbreaker. Ooh, we can take Cavern of Souls. Let's do Zombie. Can't get through to their planeswalker, can I? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can bring 2 down. Go ahead and attack. Attack with the chump blocker. They only block the 1/1. That gets me 3 points. They lose 2. We decline that. We've nearly got their planeswalker taken care of. if we can last long enough. Oh, hello.
Attack when they're most vulnerable.
They missed a land drop, right? They couldn't cast their Arsonist. Alright, I'm going to hope that they don't have a one-cast spell that'll kill somebody. Their sorcerers are doing damage. They've got to pay the mana, or otherwise they're going to lose life. We get 3 1/1s instead of 1 thanks to Orzhov attack.
The hunt is over.
Drivnod's the final piece of the combo here with Ratadrapic and Orzhov attack and Drivnod. That's the Team Supreme on here. They should be able to bring a couple of wolves down, right? There you go, there's Tpull. One more. Could bring this wolf down with the Piper, and it would still untap. Or do you have something better? This does not count as a spell either, so it'll flip to night and make them all more powerful. Excellent. Okay, so now we don't care what dies. Let's also... I didn't want to lose that, but... yeah, all we did was get another land. Okay, so here... let's go ahead and switch it to day. I had to pay 3. I don't have 3 anymore. Okay, so let's do Runebreaker. Let's go get some more land. Okay, and then we'll just play this, I guess. Because we're going to just attack with everybody except for Ratadrapic. We get 3 of those 1/1s. And they have to block with everybody. They don't have. It would have been fun to see a legendary creature blocked and died, and then see what happens when you have Ratadrapic and Drivnod and Orzhov attack out at the exact same time. If we can't get it done here, I'm tempted to go steer that into Sparky just to demonstrate it. Oh, hang on. I'm so used to auto-playing while I was playtesting this. The playtesting did not go well. There was a lot of land starvation. And for no good reason. And you can't alter the land mix because then you just get flooded. I got flooded once anyway. Alright, it's called Copy a Legend. And the reason I did this is because I've got my 4th copy of Ratadrapic. And usually when Arena gives me a 4th copy of a good card, I take that as a sign that it's past time for me to make a deck centered around it. So even though we've done, this will be, it'll go in 2 playlists. So if you're new, first of all, if you're new, like and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. You're probably going to like this deck, right? So you're going to want to come back. You're going to see what else I put out after this. But I have playlists. So there's a war deck playlist, and there's a playlist for legendary decks that are focused around legendary creatures. And so this will have both of those tags, so it'll be in either one of those playlists. But we've done a lot of war decks recently, and the last deck was a war deck that focused on legendary creatures too. But this is a white-black deck, so it's different. Okay, so we didn't have Ratadrapic last time. We do have Ratadrapic this time. 3/3 legendary zombie wizard. It's got vigilance in Ward 2. Other zombies you control have vigilance. Whenever another legendary creature you control dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's not legendary, and it's a 2/2 black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. So if we take something like Elish Norn, Mother of Machines, in Ratadravic's out, she dies, right? She comes back. She is now a Phyrexian Praetor zombie. She's a 2/2. She's no longer a legendary creature, but she has the same abilities, right? If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to control, you trigger it a second time. Permanents for the opponents, they don't trigger. What else do I have to help me out with this? I've got, in addition to the ward and the legendary, I've got an artifact theme going on because I have 4 copies of Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter. It's a 1/2. You can bring it in for flash on the opponent's turn. You can flash it in. It's got flying. Colorless and artifact spells you can cast as though they had flash. So this gives me perhaps a little surprise maneuver to do things during my opponent's turn that you wouldn't normally have. Whenever you cast a spell, if the amount's greater than Liberator's power, put a +1/+1 counter. So if I cast a 3-mana spell, it becomes a 2/3. If I cast a greater spell, it'll become a 3/4, and so on. What else do we got? We've got some artifact creatures. This is a legendary artifact creature, so it hits both of those spots. Skrelv. We're not going to bother attacking with the Toxic. We just use it to give hexproof to another creature so that we can stop our stuff from being removed. I don't have a lot of removal. I do have 1 Fateful Absence. We don't have a lot of instants and sorceries. One reason is because we have Thalia. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Here's Razorlash Transmogrant. Again, Brothers of War can't block. 3/1, but you can return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gets a +1/+1 counter, so you can come back as a 4/2. Plus, if they end up with 4 more non-basic lands, it only costs 2 black mana to bring back. It gets to be really cheap. We've got Lorna the Third Path to destroy artifacts or enchantments. We've also got one lesser used, Lorn Disciple of History, also legendary. When this one enters, if another legendary creature enters the battlefield, it's either her or any other legendary creature, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. So if they're doing all basics and Razorlash is in the graveyard, we could bring her out, right? And we could just bring this back up into our hand and cast it for the regular 2 cost anyway. Or if we've lost Skrelv, we could bring Skrelv back. If we've lost Liberator, we could bring Liberator back, that kind of thing. If somebody like Elish Norn, Mother of Machines is out, we could bring back 2 artifacts that are in the graveyard. Okay, we've got Adeline, needs no introduction. We've got Catilda, Dawnheart Martyr. This gives me flying and lifelink, which could be great on any one of these bigger creatures. We've got Lord Skitter, Sewer King, so this is my one version of Graveyard Hate. Whenever another rat enters the battlefield, you get to exile a target card from an opponent's graveyard. And he fuels himself because at the beginning of combat each turn, you get a rat creature. So you're going to get to exile 1 card every turn. Here's the other removal. 2 copies of Choking Miasma, do a -2/-2. We do have Relic of Legends and the Celestis, so that gives us mana of any color. So we might be able to do the green and kick it if we need to. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, whether we do or not. I've got Gruesome Realization, just creatures your opponents control get -1/-1, or we could draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Let me get the rest of the removal out of the way just to cover it. We've got Expel the Interlopers. That's my favorite board wipe, Dial a Yield. But only 1 copy of it this time, so minimal removal there, right? We've got 6 cards, maybe 7 if you count the Mightstone and the Weakstone. We usually use the target creature gets -5/-5 till end of turn. Mask of Grizzlebrand is legendary and an artifact. Equipped creature has flying and lifelink, so another evasion type thing or a way to block flyers like Catilda. If the equipped creature dies, you pay X life where X is the power, and you draw X cards, so that's our possible card draw. Oh, I do have one other board wipe, Path of Peril. So we can get rid of, again, the swarms of the 2 mana cards that are killing us by turn 4, or we can pay the cleave cost easily enough when we get 6 land and do a full board wipe. Let's see, we've got Mirrorbox, so if we have multiple copies of Liberator handy or Ratadrabic, we can put Mirrorbox down. We can keep them all on the field of battle. We don't have to give up a legend. Realm Breaker. I have been getting land starved a lot tonight. There's a trick where if they give you one of your special lands and then they deal you another one, you can tap like a Aganjo for 1, put down the next Aganjo, then you can end up getting 3, and you can finally cast Realm Breaker and then just spend your 2 land milling your opponent and getting land out. I get land starved so much every day. I think this is going to be a permanent card in almost every deck that I make, just because it's helped me survive a couple of matches every day now. But we have 24 lands and we have 2 Mana Dorks already. So with the Realm Breaker, we really shouldn't have any problem getting land. Except if Arena refuses to give us, 3 lands. Which has happened a couple times tonight. Here's the other Elish Norn, 3/5 with Vigilance. When a source an opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, that source's controller loses 2 life unless they pay 1 mana. That was good against the Werewolf deck. And we could turn it into the Enchantment Saga, though I didn't design that with that around. What else do we have? We have Drivnod, Carnage Dominus. I have 2 copies of it now. 8/3 creature. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. It sounds almost like a tongue twister, but it's really great with Ratadrabik because if a legendary creature dies here, that death trigger means we're going to get 2 token copies of whatever legendary creature died if Drivnod's out with it, instead of just 1 copy. We've got 1 Shieldred, not the Shieldred the Apocalypse, but the other one from March of the Machines. The other Shieldred would fit in here. It would be a perfect fit, but I'm trying not to rely on that Shieldred as a crutch too much. I have 1 copy of this one, so I like to use this one. Just to sort of, this one isn't quite as popular and used across all of Arena as the other Shieldred is. So I always want to give a little bit of variety and a little bit something different. And normally, if you're playing black, you've got like 4 copies of Shieldred, and that's just the way everybody's running things right now. And I find that, it's maybe maximizing your deck. It is one of the more efficient cards, right? It goes with anything. But, yeah, we're not going to put Shieldred in every deck just because we're playing black. We're going to have other stuff. Like we have Toxrill the Corrosive. I've got 1 copy of that. We're using that for our bomb. And then Odr'tak, the newest mythic rare white creature from the Ixalan expansion. 6/6 with Vigilance. If 1 or more creature tokens would be created under your control, 3 times that many of those tokens are created instead. So eat your heart out. Mondrak, you are already worthless, right? You're redundant. I mentioned we have the 1 copy of the Mightstone and Weakstone. So that's all the main cards. And the key thing is we want to get Ratadrabik out. It's got Ward 2 to try and give you a chance to use it for a turn or 2 before the enemy gets rid of it. And really, if we can make it work with virtually any card that we've got, it's going to be repeated value. And never mind. They saw my name and got scared and ran away. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I think that gives me my 15 wins for the day. Should I quit while I'm ahead? Let's see what card we got. Thrashing Brontodon. That's a reprint. But it fits in with the dinosaur theme for Ixalan. And it gives green a little way to take care of artifacts and enchantments. So Wizards is definitely going to continue reprinting that card. It's a very clutch card. It's a nice designed card. I wonder how many times they have reprinted that particular card. It's been reprinted a lot. Sometimes I pay a price because I use a lot of non-basic lands. If I'm not playing a monocolor deck, I can have a little bit of delayed reaction to putting something down just because I keep getting all my tap lands up front. I'm usually willing to pay that price. As long as they give me the land, I usually don't mind if a lot of it's tapped up front. They're going to get land already. Great. Sacrifice theme. Okay, we need a land, and we'll be good to go. Opponent gets theirs. Using Return. So they're just going to do the third chapter already. Okay. That's like the least preferred land we could get, but we're taking it. We're going to go get some more from them. Hello? Opponent? They're looking at their graveyard already? Field of Ruin, they get rid of one of those. We don't mind that too much right now. Let's take a Plains. Because we can get swamps from them, we know. They're just trying to fix their land. Let's see. I guess we'll do Crystal Grotto. We can scry. That's too early. Darn it. That would have been the combo too. I can't take that stuff that early. They're taking their own card away. Okay. We will take a swamp this time. And swamp, mountain, or forest. Yeah, we'll do this. Thins out our own deck from the land, right? Hello? What are they doing? They destroyed their own Crystal Grotto. Oh, they're getting stuff out of the graveyard. That's what's going on. Okay. They do not like Realmbreaker. Okay. What do we put down first? First we just attack. That's not legendary. Then... let's do Elishnorn. Another Stenzia. That's their third copy they got already. We will attack. You think this is their attempt at a land destruction deck? Down comes Drivnod. If I get one of my 4 removal cards, they are not going to be happy with me. Alright, here comes Braids. They're probably going to start sacrificing land, right? Sacrificing the tokens, okay. We get to do 2 -5/5. So we get rid of Braids, and we get rid of the Puppeteer. We chump block again. Now they've still got Turn the Earth, so if they want to get some of that back, they still can. Uh-oh. Destroy all legendary creatures. Sorry, we have Elish Norn. I think I have to say that. And we're going to flash that in. Flash this in. Oh no, we can't yet. How about we just put in Catilda? That'll pump up the Liberator. Okay. Yeah, that's all we want to do. We will attack with the Liberator and Elish Norn. We can use Mightstone and Weakstone to bring the Transmogrant back now. Yep, they go and take stuff back. They get 2 life. We got plenty of sacrificial fodder with those. Ooh, that's lovely. We go with the Flyers. They've got too much power on the field. They can kill Elish Norn right now. That is not helpful. At least give me my mirror box if you're going to do that to me. They really just, I think, are doing that to gain their life back. They don't want to go under 20. We finally got them under 20. Yay! Alright, I'm just going to attack with Drivnod next turn. If we lose Drivnod, that triggers Ratadrabik twice. Oh, hello. They get rid of Elish Norn because they're tired of stuff like this. They want to be able to play cards and have them enter the battlefield. They don't know that's the wrong card. They just messed up. Almost any one of the others would have been better. What are they doing? They are going to get this, so they'll get a Death Toucher. They'll use the Puppeteer over it. We get Braids back. Okay. Okay, so if Drivnod dies... How many of those have they used now? Oh, they just keep recycling the 2. Okay. I have a deck that does that. Alright, so we will attack with our flyers and attack with Drivnod. I should have attached with the Transmogrant too. Messed up there. Do you just chump block? They just chump block. Okay. I'm gonna gain some life then. Yes. Bingo. I don't need to kick it, right? Well, all creatures get 2, +1 on a creature you control. I would lose Catilda anyway, that's fine. -2. Ah! I don't want to kick it. Hang on, we're good. I need to click the right side. Get rid of all your 1/1s. Okay, we lost... How many things? Oh, this is a lot of triggers. We got 6 Drivnods and 6 Catildas. Take action. We're going to get rid of the extra Liberator. So we get a copy of Drivnod anyway from dying from a round of Drabic. Because Drivnod died, he responds to his own death trigger, so we get 2 copies, a second copy of Drivnod from Radodrabic. And because Odor Attack is out, that 2 copies is multiplied by 3. No, we're not sacrificing anybody. Decline. This is beautiful. New Drivnod. Liberator gets pumped up. We're attacking with all these things. Let's bring this one back too, by the way. Let's attack. We'll keep Odor hanging back, and we'll keep Radodrabic hanging back. Everybody else, 13 attackers. And since they're all zombies, they all have vigilance. And they don't let the hit get in. This was the combo I wanted to show you. Radodrabic, Drivnod, Odor Attack. I'm glad we got that in. Even if they didn't hang in for the actual final hit. That was still pretty good. Radodrapic is kind of a broken card. You can play it with Lord of the Rings over in the Alchemy or the historical format. And if you choose the One Ring, it creates a legend even though your copy of a creature that died is not a legend anymore, but with the One Ring you can make it a legend. There's a way that you can do sort of this infinite recursion thing with a couple of different creatures. So it's kind of broken in the historical format. I'm not sure if he's broken here in Modern Standard, but you did see what we can accomplish with him, so it's kind of close to being broken. I'm just barely scratching the surface of things that you can do by adding an Odor Attack and Drivnod. There are other combinations you can have with Radodrabic that are just as scary, I think. But Arena's punishing us by keeping away. They're going to give us all white spells and not give us any planes for mana. That's fine. We won our battle. We got our 15 wins for the day. I can lose 3 or 4 in a row now. It doesn't matter. And if you're mono red, why are you taking longer than blue? There, see, what did I tell you? No lands. They're going to give me... Oh, that's double white, actually. Not just single white. That's a spell that requires double white. I'm not going to be able to cast that for a couple of more turns. And, of course, the one black spell that I could cast, they haven't given me enough land for it yet. Opponent, on curve, mythic, rare, planeswalker.
I hope you like your hors d'oeuvres extra crispy.
That is how half my night has gone.
Let's bring things up to a simmer.
Just another night on Arena. Okay, so we could cast Drivnot in a turn. And that's the only spell that we have that's not a dead spell right now. This tapping by the ones type of thing, if you're not really proficient with your deck, it can take a long time for them to figure out everything
Give
that
a
they want to do
toast?
for the turn.
I'd love to.
Go do something for a second. Okay, I think we just bring this out. We'll get rid of this now so it can stop pinging me. Drivnot's pretty easy to kill for red. We really want to be able to get Elishnorn Mother of Machines out instead. Wow, that took you a long time. It's pretty much the same card. Why did that take so long to figure out?
You're lucky this is a warning shot.
So we get rid of one creature, they manage to get two creatures down right away. Ugh. Empty their hand. Mono red aggro, they figured it out. There you go, okay. And we didn't get our land. Didn't get a single white land the entire match.
Aw, you're looking a little singed.
Yep, easy to kill that. There's now when it's too late. There's nothing left to do. Arena, you're a punk. Does mono red aggro really need that much of a boost to their ego? That you have to help them win that much? We're gonna try one more. They gave us a mix of colors finally. mono red aggro again. Something that Thalia can't reach, of course, of course. Squeeze! Wow. I'll admit, I'm kind of surprised they did that. I should have attacked with Ali first. We're just gonna do the board wipe. How many cards you got before you can bring Squee back? 4 other cards, okay. They just have another haste that's all ready to attack. Oh, and they have, okay, yeah, everything they need, okay. We'll just use a Ganjo, I guess. Ouch. What did we get? Lightning Strike. And they kept the Lightning Strike. And that's an exile, so yeah. Not a chance. I'm not in ranked. Why am I facing suddenly mono red aggro twice in a row just because I showed off my combo? Now, see, if I'd gotten that, that would have been timely. Ooh, ninjutsu deck. Okay. All tap lands. Oh, they got a splash of green in there? Interesting. Alright, let's see. We could do... Now we want to get rid of that one too, so Path of Peril is the wrong spell. We want to do this one. -2 takes 3 out of the 4 out of commission. Got an automatic replacement. And we use ninjutsu. And they get something back from the graveyard. Ouch! And that's a 7/6, and there's nothing I can do against a 7/6. How about that, Arena? You did that just perfect. You got the extra silver Fur Master, because I can handle a 5. Oh no, they gave you 3 so you could pump them up even more. What a coincidence. Okay, so you owe me 1 untapped land so I can do the board wipe. That is not even close. It's not even close. Okay, 3 losses in a row. We got our 15 wins for the day. We showed off the combo. This is what Arena does to me after I win too much. Don't even have to enter ranked anymore. The idea of enforcing a 50% win-loss ratio is a myth now. Just based on my initial playtesting of this deck, and then what it does to me that you see here. We don't edit, we don't cut, we don't stop the games. You're seeing them in order as they happen. Live. They get access to 3 colors already by their second turn. And what's funny is, y'all know, you've seen my deck list. I have mostly non-basic lands that give me white or black. And instead I have that turn where they gave me like 5 swamps, 5 black lands in a row. And none of these things showed up. Let's see, discard a card. Mirror box. Is this a mill deck? They don't get rid of Ratadrabek. They want to bring stuff out of the graveyard. They haven't had any problem with land. Ooh, bring her the last gift. Let's do this. They've gone through most of their deck. They should find what they need real soon. Similar to Ratadrapic, right? It's a copy of any card, but it's a black zombie. Okay. That's a lot of triggers. I guess we could bring back the Celestus. We could bring back the Mirror Box. We could bring back the Ring Flash. And we just have to finish picking these things for the triggers. We can't submit 0. Let's see. Pay for life. Yeah. That didn't give us anything good. So now what do we do? They've got lethal just by flying. I guess we do that. What the heck is left? I think they've got lethal just in the air alone. Uh, 24, 28, 33. Yeah. I mean, we could go there. We could go here. Oh no, wait. Oh, that's got trample, right? So we kind of have to do that regardless. And then we could block one of these in the air, and that's still lethal, I think. Nice. Nice combo. Let's see, they had 20 cards left in their deck, so they filtered through all of that just to get to that. It was kind of fun. All right, we're going to leave it there. I think we just had 4 losses in a row. We had terrible luck with all of our spells. I mean, we got a 4-card draw and got nothing out of it, really. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. The cool thing is we were able to get out Odra Attack with Ratadrapic and Drivnod and show you that particular combination. That's, I think, the best one in this particular deck configuration. But go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the deck. And like and subscribe. And we'll have something new for you next time. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.